this dot operating system assignment operator operating system, this dot CPU power assignment operator CPU power, and this dot RAM, okay, assignment operator RAM. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And now let's actually put in some more lines of code here. So as you can see here, I have a getter for this operating system instance variable, okay, and then I have a setter for this operating system instance variable, okay, and then I have another getter for this CPU power instance variable, and I have a setter for this CPU power instance variable. And inside of this setter, first of all, I actually created an if statement. If the value of this CPU power is less than or equal to number 0, okay, if the value of this argument is less than or equal to number 0, then throw new illegal argument exception. The value of the CPU power must be greater than number 0, okay? And then here I am actually instantiating this instance variable, this dot CPU power, okay? And here I actually created a getter for this RAM instance variable, and here I actually created a setter for this RAM instance variable, and again I created another if statement. If the value of this RAM argument, as you can see here, is less than or equal to number 0, then throw new illegal argument exception. Then the value of the RAM must be greater than number 0. And here I actually initialized this RAM instance variable, this dot RAM assignment operator RAM. So here, if the user of this setter method actually assigned an invalid number, okay, that is, for example, equal or less than number 0, then their application is going to crash, okay? So now let's actually implement the inherited method that we actually that is inside of this computer class, okay, evaluate performance. So here I just need to type in evaluate performance. Now, as you can see, we are overwriting this method, so just delete this line of code here. And inside of this method, we can actually put in our own codes here, okay? So here inside of this method, as you can see, I am returning the result of multiplication of these two instance variables, CPU power multiplied by RAM, okay? So another important point about these exceptions is that remember that this is not the right way to write your codes, okay? But here I just wanted to show you how you can actually use exceptions in your projects, okay? So now let's actually override the toString method that we actually inherit from the computer class. So now let's actually delete this line of code here, and now we can actually put in our own implementations here. So now I'm gonna actually put in a piece of code here, and then I'm gonna explain to you what's going on here, okay? So as you can see here, I am saying that return string.format, and inside of these double quotes, I am specifying the format of my string value. So here, as you can see, this %s here is actually referring to this super.toString here, and this %s is for this CPU power here, and here this %f is actually for decimal numbers. So this is for get CPU power, okay? CPU power instance variable actually is of type double, okay? And we have another %n here. This is a new line character. %s, this is for RAM here. This token is for RAM here. This string value, okay? And we have another %f here. This is for get RAM here, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. And now let's actually go inside this tablet computer here, tablet computer.java file. And now after the class name, after this tablet computer class name here, just type in here extends smartphone computer. Okay, so there is actually an is-a relationship between these two classes. A tablet computer is a smartphone computer. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And here, as you can see, this is actually showing us an error. And if I hover my mouse pointer over the error area, it says there is no default constructor available in actually smartphone computer class. Okay, so here I need to actually put in some instance variables. Okay, so as you can see here, this is my instance variable that is specific only to this tablet computer class, private int screen size. And as you can see here, I didn't instantiate this instance variable here. Okay, so here let's actually create a constructor for this tablet computer class. Okay, And as you can see here, this is my constructor for this tablet computer class, okay? And this constructor actually accepts some arguments: name, screen, keyboard, okay? And here we have this argument: operating system, CPU power, RAM, and screen size, okay? And here, because we are actually inheriting all of the features and behaviors that are actually inside of this smartphone computer class, we need to actually initialize the constructor of the superclass. So super, name, screen, keyboard, operating system, CPU power, RAM, okay? And these are the arguments that this smartphone computer constructor needs, okay? As you can see here, okay? And now we have actually an instance variable, screen size. And here, as you can see, this is our argument, screen size here. And here, I actually created an if statement. If the value of this screen size argument is less than or equal to number 0, then throw new illegal argument exception. The screen size must be greater than number 0, okay? So here, I just need to type in greater. And as you can see here, and I actually instantiated this instance variable, this.screen size assignment operator screen size. And now let's actually create a getter and a setter for this screen size instance variable. So just right click here inside of this class, generate getter and setter screen size, okay. So this is so these are actually a getter and a setter for our own instance variable. And as you can see here, it doesn't show us any error, okay, because this smartphone computer class, as you can see here, is inheriting all of the features and behaviors that are inside of this abstract computer class, okay? And inside of this smartphone computer class, I actually implemented this evaluate performance method. This is actually an abstract method, okay? Inside of this tablet computer class, we don't need to again implement that method. Okay, inside of this tablet computer class, I don't need to actually implement that method again, okay, if I don't want to actually change the implementation of this method, okay, because I actually inherit all of the features and behaviors that are actually inside of this smartphone computer class, okay. I actually inherit this method here, okay, and this implementation. And if I don't want to actually change this implementation inside of this tablet computer class, I don't need to actually overwrite that method here again. And if I actually call this method, this evaluate performance method, on an object of this tablet computer class, is going to actually return the result of multiplication of the value of the CPU power and the value of the RAM to me, okay? So now let's actually override the toString method here inside of this tablet computer class, okay, and delete this implementation inside of this method. And now we can actually put in our own implementations inside of this toString method. So as you can see here, I'm going to actually paste in a piece of code here, and then I'm going to explain to you what's going on here. So as you can see here, it says return string.format, okay, and inside of the double quotes, I am specifying the format of my string value. %s is for super.toString. So remember, super is referring to the superclass. So in this case, the superclass is smartphone computer, okay? And inside of this smartphone computer, we have this toString method, as you can see here. So it's going to actually return this string value to me, okay? CPU super.toString, CPU power, get CPU power, as you can see here, and RAM, get RAM, okay? And here, as you can see, inside of this toString method, we are referring to the super.toString. So it's going to actually return that string value to us. %n, this is actually a new line character. And we have another %s here, screen size, colon, and we have %d here. So this get screen size here, as you can see, returns a value of type integer. Okay, so %d is for arguments of type integer, okay? And now let's actually go back inside this main activity.java file here. And now we're going to actually put in some lines of code here. So here inside of this onCreate method, let's actually create some objects from the TextView class. Okay, as you can see here, I created some objects from this TextView class. So as you can see, txt desktop computer. And here I referred to the name of this ID, r.id txt desktop computer. txt laptop computer, and here I referred to this ID, r.id txt laptop computer, txt smartphone computer, r.id txt smartphone computer, txt tablet computer, r.id txt tablet computer, and here as you can see, txt desktop computer performance, txt desktop computer performance, txt laptop computer performance, and here as you can see, r.id txt laptop computer performance. And here we have this txt smartphone computer performance, and here I have r.id.txt smartphone computer performance, and here I have txt tablet computer performance, and here as you can see, txt tablet computer performance. Okay,